Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, April 16th, 2025. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. You know, I'm still a little bit salty about that tax bill this year, but you know what they say, the only certain things in life are death and taxes. I hope the feds and the state spend it well. Hey, did you know that there are more plastic flamingos in the U.S. than there are real ones? Now you do. That's your OMG fact for the day. And you know what, to be honest, that makes a lot of sense. All right, let's get to the news, shall we? A Pasadena man has been sentenced to 35 years in federal prison for sexually abusing two young girls and producing child pornography. Gary Hammond Jackson III, 33, was also ordered to a lifetime of supervised probation. He pleaded guilty in 2024 to abusing girls aged 6 and 3. In one case, he created images of the abuse using his telephone. The abuse began in January of 2020 and continued through 2024, despite a prior conviction for sex offenses in Anne Arundel County. After his 2020 release from jail, Jackson reoffended within months. The case was prosecuted under the Project Safe Childhood, which is a nationwide initiative by the U.S. Department of Justice with assistance from the FBI and the Maryland State Police. Restaurants in Annapolis can now offer outdoor dining for up to 9 months each year following a unanimous city council vote that formalized practices adopted during the pandemic. The legislation, which has taken nearly 4 years, replaces a previous system that required approval from boards of appeals, simplifying the process for obtaining permits. Alcohol licenses must reflect the additional outdoor seating capacity, and certain downtown areas, including the market space and Inner West Street, will remain exempt due to existing city agreements. Permit fees will depend on the duration and the use of the number of parking spaces repurposed, with proceeds going toward non-automobile transport improvements. Separately, some questions remain about the budget, which I have not had a chance to see yet. The Capitol article said that the city's tax rate would be $1.94 per $100 of assessed property value. If that number is correct and came from the city, contrary to what the mayor said in his State of the City address, there will indeed be a tax increase, as the current rate is only $1.437 per $100 of assessed value. So to put it in simple terms, if a house is assessed at $500,000 under the current rate, the tax is $7,185 a year. At $1.94, that does increase to $9,700 a year. And if my calculator's not broken, that's a 35% increase. We'll wait to see what it looks like when we do get a final copy of that budget. Gasoline prices in the U.S., including in our area, are expected to decline this summer, offering some relief to drivers. According to analysts, prices at the pump could drop by 10 to 25 cents per gallon in the coming months due to an anticipated increase in supply and seasonal demand patterns. As of mid-April, the average price in the region is around $3.50 a gallon, slightly above the national average. However, geopolitical factors, refinery output, and hurricane season risks could still influence the trends. Motorists are advised to shop around for price and consider fuel-saving driving habits as summer travel does begin. Well, you know, I am so glad that our legislators were spending their time on this new piece of legislation. Maryland has officially designated the Orange Crush as the state's official cocktail. The drink, made from orange juice, vodka, triple sec, and a splash of lemon lime soda, originated in Ocean City and has since become wildly associated with Maryland's beach culture. Governor Wes Moore did sign the legislation during a ceremony in Annapolis before he left for Japan. Now, about that deficit. You want to mark your calendars for the return of Taste of Spring, and that's coming up on April 27th on West Street in Annapolis. The annual event will feature a variety of food, live music, and entertainment celebrating the flavors and cultures of the season. Local vendors and restaurants will showcase their best dishes, and attendees can enjoy an afternoon of fun in one of the city's most vibrant areas. More details on participating restaurants and performers will be announced very shortly at the Inner West Street Association website. This Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, I do sit down with Alex Smith, who is the CEO of Atlas Restaurant Group, which owns the Chop Tank here locally, with 3 more in the works. A great conversation that you really don't want to miss. That does drop at noon on Saturday. And by now, you do know the drill. Please let your friends, neighbors, and colleagues all know about the Daily News Recap email. It's free. It comes to your inbox every night at 7 p.m., and it's going to keep you up to speed on all of the top local news stories of the day. And it's paywall free. There's a bonus for you. I'm dropping a link right here in the show notes for you, and feel free to share that. All right, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to you. And we also want to thank our sponsors for the Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, the Annapolis Spring Sailboat Shows, Denims and Diamonds, and Macmedics. So now you just need to hang tight because we have your Eye on Annapolis local weather coming up, and Bridget, also known as BeeprBuzz, is here with Annapolis After Dark. All of that's coming up in just a bit, so stick around.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Good morning, Anne Arundel. Here's the local weather forecast for the next couple of days. Today, you can expect sunny skies with a high near 55. It'll be breezy, very breezy, with winds from the west at 14 to 18 miles an hour with gusts up to 28. Tonight, clear skies continue with the low around 45 and much lighter winds. Tomorrow, it's the winter. A beautiful days ahead with sunny conditions and a high near 60. Winds will be light from the northwest. Thursday night brings partly cloudy skies and a low of around 40. Friday is partly sunny skies with a high near 68. Friday night will be mostly cloudy with a low of around 50. And as we look ahead into the weekend and beyond, Saturday clouds up with a high near 75, so it is going to be warm. Easter Sunday changed up on us a little bit, and rain is expected, but not until the evening, so any egg hunts or brunch plans you have are probably still good to go. Expected high is about 65 degrees with a low of about 60, and off in the distance next week looks to be rain on many of the days and mild temperatures throughout the week in the 60s. But as you know, that can change in a hot minute. This is Maryland. That's your midweek weather update. Enjoy the sunshine and stay prepared.
Did you know that every day 6 children arrive at Luminous Health Anne Arundel Medical Center's emergency department seeking mental health care? That's over 2,000 young lives each year in need of critical support. It's time to make a difference. Join us for the Denim and Diamonds Bash on Saturday, April 26, 2025. Enjoy an unforgettable evening with a come-as-you-are dress code with live music, gourmet food trucks, and exclusive experiences, all while supporting pediatric mental health services in our community. Can't attend? You can still help. Become a sponsor or make a donation to provide vital resources for children in need. Visit aamcdenimanddiamonds.org to learn more and take action today. Together we can shine a light on pediatric mental health. Again, that's aamcdenimanddiamonds.org. We'll catch you on the dance floor. The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis. BeeprBuzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, April 16th through Sunday, April 20th, Easter Sunday. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and BeeprBuzz, and also all 3 websites for the full schedule. We update the Facebook posts and all 3 websites with changes and cancellations, so you know before you go. AnnapolisStreaming.com, AnnapolisMusic.us, and BeeprBuzz.com. Live music for today, Wednesday. Start with Happy Hour with Michael Waskey at Middleton Tavern, or with the Freebirds at Ram's Head Tavern on West Street. George Jano of George Jano in the Fields will be solo at Stan & Joe's on West Street. Peter James will be at Pirates Cove down in Galesville. And up in the Dina, Rusty Sachs, which is Rusty Hinshaw and Jay Cleaver, will be at the Pit Stop Pub in Pasadena. And under my other things to do listed at the bottom of each day, open mic night at the new music spot in Crofton, Chesapeake. I was able to check that out on Sunday, and this place has a lot of potential. I can't wait to get up there again. And it's dog friendly. Thursday, get to the point for Dan Haas. And the Dock Bar is opening Thursday at Beacon with live music by Sean Owen. Also on Thursday, Ben Heemstra of Ben will be at Annapolis Market House. Susie Lennox and Alex G. Lee will be at Gina's Cantina in Millersville. Up in the Dina, Mike Sharp will be at the Office in Pasadena. And under my other things to do listed at the bottom of each day, Bob Quinlan will be hosting open mic night up at Copper Creek in Severna Park. And there's also trivia at Firm Brewing in the Crofton Gambrels area. Weekend music. Friday start with Happy Hour with Dana B at Blackwall Hitch. Alex G. Lee and Faith will be at Annapolis Market House. Joey Fitz will be at Langways in the Crofton Gambrels area. Brent Austin Dunn will be at Blackwall Barn and Lodge in Gambrels. Johnny Paulus will be back at Waterman's Tavern in Edgewater. Sidewalk Soul will be downstairs at Middleton Tavern. The Bards will be at Severna Park Tap House. Meg Murray and Angie Miller will be at Killarney House in Davidsonville. Russ Jacobson and friends, known as Rockin' Horse, the Allman Family Music, will be at Santa Joe's on West Street. And up in the Dina, Red Betty and the Ruckus will be at Rumor Real in Pasadena. And over on the shore, Michael Waskey will be at Bridges. And Ginger and the other Dave will be at Ram's Head Shore House. Saturday, here's a cool event starting at noon. A couple members of Moran Tripp and a couple members of Ryan Keith Band will be joined by a few other local musicians at the Steely Fest at Edgewater Liquors. So be sure to check that out and hopefully grab a sample or two or three. And just down the road, Ben Heemstra of Ben will be playing Homestead Gardens in the Beer Garden. Beer seems to be the theme for the day on Saturday. Let's go with it. Saturday night, Leslie Weber, Hester Pyrne, and Jeff Mueller will be at 49 West. Big Sugar will be at Gina's Cantina in Millersville. Vians & Co. will be at Mother's in Arnold. Mama's Black Sheep with Julie and Jamie from Sweet Lita will be at Firm Brewing up in the Crofton Gambrels area Saturday night, and that is going to be one heck of a show. Up in the Dina, Fizz will be at Rumor Real. And end the night downtown Annapolis with DJ Brandon at O'Brien's. Sunday, which is Easter, the Bloodies and Blues show is back at Santa Joe's on West Street with Hurricane Kevin and the Dogfather. Richard Hayward will be at Galway Bay in Annapolis. Mac Heat will be at Skipper's Pier down in Dio, and I hear they're having a spectacular Easter brunch buffet. Over on the shore, Love Point Vineyards and Winery will have oysters and live music by D-Vibe and Conga. And end the night with the West Street Revival Band at Santa Joe's on West Street. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of Annapolis and the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com, AnnapolisMusic.us, and BeeprBuzz.com, spelled BeeprBuzz. Add the websites to the homepage on your cell phone to make them an app. Then it's just 2 clicks to the music anytime. I'll see you out there.
This April, the Chesapeake Bay Area is the ultimate destination for boating enthusiasts. Join us for spectacular events that kick off the 2025 boating season. Then from April 25th through the 27th, head to historic downtown Annapolis for the Annapolis Spring Sailboat Show. Discover new and brokerage sailboats, including catamarans, monohulls, family cruisers, day sailors, and inflatables. Meet with boating clubs and charter companies, shop for the latest gear and equipment, and celebrate the new season with fellow sailors and marine pros. With live entertainment, seminars, and a festive tasting tent, there's something for everyone. These are can't-miss events, and you can skip the line by getting your tickets right now online. You can get them at AnnapolisBoatShows.com. That's AnnapolisBoatShows.com. We'll see you on the docks. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues. This is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at EyeOnAnnapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.